Hey everyone, this is James from Brewing Books. So in today's video we'll be shifting back to Tolkien, and in fact we will be looking at this facsimile version of the first edition of The Hobbit, which was published in 2016. Let's take a look. The Hobbit, or There and Back Again, is a fantasy novel by J.R.R. Tolkien. Bilbo Baggins, a quiet, home-loving hobbit, embarks on an adventure with the wizard Gandalf and 13 dwarfs on a quest to reclaim a treasure from the dragon Smaug. First published in 1937, The Hobbit had an initial print run of just 1,500 copies, which sold out almost immediately. Since then, there have been numerous editions, impressions, reprints, and major edits to the book, especially since 1947, when Tolkien decided to rewrite certain passages in the book in order to make the story more in tune with The Lord of the Rings, which by then was a few years away from publication. In fact, the first edition contains quite a number of changes from the widely circulated second edition from 1951, which most of us have a copy of. This has made the first edition quite an astoundingly rare book, which includes substantial alterations to its content, especially Chapter 5, Riddles in the Dark. Readers introduced to the story of The Hobbit through the second edition, myself included, were eager to get a glimpse at what Tolkien had originally written for Bilbo's story, and in 2017, this edition was released. An almost precise facsimile of the 1937 version, this edition comes in a sturdy slipcase with Tolkien's own designs of the Misty Mountains, together with the dragon Smaug on both front and back. So, as we proceed further, we find the book wrapped with an exact copy of the dust jacket that includes the author's own illustration, and underneath a replica of the front and back covers of The Hobbit, with the same motifs of the dragon and the runes. On the inside of the front and back covers, we find the glorious maps designed by Tolkien of Troar's map here, complete with the hidden runes and the black and red ink, and on the back a map of Wilderland. Onto the text itself. As you can see, the chapters and illustrations found in most Hobbit copies are the same here, with the dozen or so black and white paintings made by the author as well. Now, Chapter 5, Riddles in the Dark, is the one chapter you might want to look out for when you're reading this version of The Hobbit. Without going into the specifics, if you're aware of the story, you'll find some interesting changes from what you're used to when reading The Hobbit. Now, all in all, this is a fine addition and a worthy inclusion to any collection. As far as facsimiles go, the detail and authenticity in replicating the 1937 release is quite frankly fantastic. Is it for everyone? It depends whether or not you feel the need to own a copy of how The Hobbit was originally written before The Lord of the Rings. If you already own the second edition of the book, this might feel like an unnecessary addition. But for serious collectors, this might just be a must. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!